back to the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is a slight problem that I have. And it's one that I always have when I go on vacation. I've gained a few pounds. And we're talking about like 8 pounds or so. But that's normal. At least for me it is. And the thing about it is that I personally don't worry about fluctuating body weight between 8 to 10 pounds. That right there really don't bother me. Simply because when I'm on vacation, I'm doing what I do. And the great thing about being accustomed to working out on a regular basis is that I have no issues with adding a little bit more treadmill, a little bit more running, whatever it is that I want to do to add to my workout regimen to lose that additional weight. But that's not what I really do to lose the additional weight. I just go back to a normal type diet where I'm not just eating anything and everything. It's still 3 square meals a day. But what I end up doing is that I cut back a lot of those fats and stuff like that that I normally eat on vacation. Because like I said, on vacation, I be on vacation, baby. I be doing it. And once I come off of it, it's back to the grind. I'm accustomed to dieting in a certain way to keep my body weight, to where it's always reasonable, where I don't have to worry about being overly fat or having too much weight for my frame or anything like that. I never had an issue like that because I'm always conscious of my body weight. And I mean, I wear the same size clothes since high school. So, and now I'm almost 50 years old, so I'm still the same size. So, I have no issues with maintaining body weight. And the most important thing that you have to do is be accustomed to working out, be accustomed to cutting back on food when it's come time to cut back. Especially when you know that you've gained a few pounds, 4 or 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it may be. Once you realize that you are gaining the weight, it's up to you to be able to do something about it, to be able to get yourself on track and do what you got to do to lose those additional pounds that you've gained. Now, if you're one of those type of people and you constantly ignore the fact that you've gained weight, then naturally you're going to end up with 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. And before you know it, you've gotten completely out of control. Pogoing back and forth in weight is not a big deal as long as you recognize that you've begun to gain weight and you've put it in your mind that, hey, I need to cut back on this type of food. I need to be a little strict on my diet with this. I need to increase the amount of work that I do. One thing you don't do, and this is the secret to staying a certain size. If you wear a certain size clothing and you gain weight to the point to that particular size clothing has gotten tight, you immediately start dieting down. You don't buy the next size up, because if you buy the next size up, you are going to get used to that extra size. You're going to get used to the extra weight, and it's going to seem normal. And then once you gain a little bit more weight and you buy the next size clothes, you're going to get used to that weight, and you're going to get used to them size clothes, and you're going to keep doing that until you get completely out of control. And that right there is something that I've always managed to not do. I've managed to recognize the fact that I've gained weight, be persistent enough to get my body weight back down to where I'm comfortable with it in a certain size clothes, that I'm used to wearing, and I deal with that like that. And I've done that all my life. And that's the best way to maintain your body weight. Just once you realize you're gaining weight, do something about it. Don't keep putting it off. But I'm accustomed to working out on a regular basis. That's what I do. That's what I'm used to. That's my safe haven. That's where I go to again to clear my mind. I go to the weight room, or I go to my backyard. I do push-ups. I do sit-ups. Whatever it is that I need to do to keep myself in a certain kind of condition, I do just that. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't have to be necessarily a weight room if you're not a weightlifting type person. If you're one of those people that you don't lift weights, you just run, you just walk, whatever it is. But you have to realize that you have to control what you put in your mouth. Once you realize that you're gaining weight. And once you realize that you are gaining the weight and you are doing something about it through your diet and the calories that you're taking in and things of that nature, then you can get back on track and get back to the weight that you are comfortable with a lot faster than buying the next set of size clothes up and getting used to that weight. And then it'll take you years to get back down in weight. And if you don't lose weight as slow as you gain it, then you're gonna have all those issues with the loose skin and all that kind of crap like that. You're gonna have those issues if you don't lose weight at a decent rate. You lose weight the same way you would try to gain weight, a little bit at a time. Same thing. But once you get to your size, again, the way you stay that size is that you recognize that you have gained a few pounds and be mindful enough that you must control your diet, increase your exercise, whatever it is that you do to get your weight back down to that comfortable level again. Because no matter what anybody tell you, you're always gonna pogo back and forth in weight. No matter what it is. Even if you are on the strictest diet, and at some point you're gonna gain weight. Because the natural state of the body is always trying to get back there to its natural state, to where it has a certain amount of body fat, to where it's comfortable. The body is always trying to fight to get back there. That's just the way life is. But anyway, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later. And today, before I go, what I'm going to end up doing is probably the weight room. I'm thinking about the weight room, but I don't know necessarily if I'm going to make it to the weight room. And if I don't, I'll be doing some type of workout at my home gym. That's one of the benefits of having your own home gym. You just go and do what you got to do, no matter whether you have a membership anywhere. If you got your own weights at home, you have no problem. Even if you don't have weights, you still have push-ups, sit-ups, air squats, run, walk. You got all those other avenues. So it's really not an excuse as to that you can't get yourself in shape. There's really no excuse for nobody because there's always something to do. Talking to you later.